Kind of a little build-up, A minor, elements of the chord progression, an F, and back down to a C, down to our C, walk it down to G, just playing little chord formulas in there, a little scale, you know, working down the scale. Back and forth, working it up, working it down, doing little hammer-ons. This is a C chord, up to an F, G, C, E1, E7. Play that anyway. Strum sounds just as good. Okay, today we are working on our C chord, a very big chord for the guitar, and it's not hard to play. That's the good news. Today I'm playing with my Larrivee. I'm going to be doing it finger style with a thumb pick, through an acoustic amplifier, one of my favorites. It's a solid state acoustic guitar amplifier, and they are pricey, but they're really good, and I'm going to be doing a product review on them. I suggest you watch some of these reviews and subscribe and find different ways to play songs. What's the best instrumentation? What's the best amplifiers? If you're like me, I had a lot of questions. And I always like to learn things new. That's what's fun about the guitar, isn't it? Okay, so today we're going to play C, and I'm assuming most of you partners out there are starting out, but hey, I got something for everybody here. Stuff that even the beginners can use right off the bat. Things that I'm not seeing any place else. Okay, so here's the nut of the guitar, and here's the C chord right here. You'll notice it's a 5-string chord. There's an X on the 6th string. That's the first. This is the 6th. That means we don't play it. Just miss it. The best thing to do when you're playing a 5-string chord is just to hit the hit the 5th string on down. Or now, if you do, it's not too bad if you can play your C like this also. But that's a lot of bass. That's a lot of G. If you hit the 6th string and have your 3rd finger on it. It's just way too much bass. That's not really a true C chord, so we want to play it 5 strings. A couple of different ways to play that, several. We're going to talk about it. The first most common way to play it, and the way I learned it, and the way everybody should probably just learn it to begin with, is on our 2nd string. We got an open first. We got our first finger, 1, 2, 3, 4. Our first finger is on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. So let's see if we can get that sound. Uh-oh. Oh man, I just started out playing, man. I can't play like this. Nobody's gonna like my songs. Well, let's figure out what happened. First off, it looks like I had my first finger laid over. I didn't have this is a bear claw position chord, I call it. You got a lot of open strings. So you want to make it like a bear claw. You want to bend at every knuckle and go almost straight down. That's your best bet, and hit center in the string. You'll get calluses, you'll get little ridges on your calluses. So your string's going to slide in there at some point, making things just so much easier. So, but right now, your fingers might be going, oh, I can't play for 10 seconds. Well, you can, and if you play long enough, a few months, you'll be able to play for 8 hours straight and it won't bother you a bit. So we got our first two notes. We figured out what the problem was. We weren't pushing hard enough on the second string. It sounded like this. So I push harder. Ah, nice clear tone. Now the next note is going to be the third string, and it's open. And then the fourth string is you play with your second finger on the second fret of the fourth string, and the fifth with your third finger on the third fret. Make sure you're kind of in the middle. On the C chord, you're probably able to get almost in the middle of each fret, which would be kind of ideal. So I'm gonna play with the back of my finger. That's the most standard way to play. Now you can, if you have some trouble getting your, if you're playing with a pick and you're having some trouble hitting that fifth string, you're always sneaking down and hitting the sixth, you can play it again with your third finger on the sixth string. But I don't do it, really. Let's just go on and learn to play right and hit 5 strings. Now you can, I'm gonna sneak this third finger that's played my fifth string, I'm gonna sneak it up and touch my sixth string to kind of mute it. Although that sounds loud, whenever you're playing all the strings together, you don't hardly hear it at all. But the best thing to do, again, is just hit 5 strings. So you can practice with your finger picking. So I just thumb, 1, 2, thumb, 1, 2, thumb, 1, 2, 2, 1, thumb, 2, 1, thumb, 2, 1, thumb. And a standard picking pattern would be. Switch. I'm gonna have a lot of videos on just finger picking. So we're working on left hand today, fretting hand. Or if you're right-handed, left-handed, it'll be your right hand, your fretting hand. So just so let's play this chord a few times. I had a buzz. I need to push a little harder. That's the sound we're looking for. Now, just to let you know, sometimes, there's different ways to play chords, and here's another way you can play it. Instead of having my second finger, I'm muting the fourth string. Versus, if you're doing some rhythm work, sometimes you can do that. Okay, now there's another way to play, and that's just leaving your fourth finger on the third fret, and your third finger on the second fret of the second string of the third fret, like this. So, and then you can put, play. It's a third in there, minor third. You can also play it without, again, instead of playing with these two fingers on the fourth and fifth, you're going to play with your first and second. And then you can also play your G, interestingly enough. And your D. See, I switched. I went from that third and fourth finger on the first and second string, third fret, to, that's called revoicing. So I revoiced that chord. It sounds a little different. A lot of guitar players will only play the C like this. Nah, don't do that all the time. That's not a true C. So there's a lot of cool things you can do with that. keep practicing, going all your different chords. C, D, A, you know, E. It doesn't have to be musical, but we need to learn to shift and get fast enough to play songs in between there and get a clean tone. But every now and then, stop. If you're going like, stop. Uh-oh. No, I thought I had that one, but I didn't quite have it. So I need to push harder, see? So stop and isolate and self-diagnose what the problem is. You can also use this scale. So work around with your scales a little bit. Hammer on, pull off. Much more to come on that. I'm going to have a video coming up really quick about walking up, like, you know, walking up and forth from 1, 4, 5s. Your G is G, dum, bum, 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 D, C, G. There's about 1 million songs. You can go on the internet. I can't say it, you know, some of the names of the songs because of copyright. I lost my last channel because of problems with the things that I'm going to make sure there's no problems here. So I'm not going to mention any songs or play any songs or my own stuff. I've got some really cool stuff that we're going to be working on. I'm just sliding that around. Space Age Jim, C major. Check back, subscribe, notify, and we'll be back shortly with lots more great information. Bye.